Hello everybody. How are you going? I hope you've all had a fabulous day or evening or night. Let's see. Pull this up now so I can just see who's coming in and who's chatting tonight. Lovely. Alrighty. So, hello Judy, how are you going? So we're just going to have a go at finishing this off. So this was the embellishing that I'm doing to an old pour. And, you know, it was only during the process that I realised what I should have done differently. So now we're at a stage where, how am I today? I'm well, thank you. How are you? Now we're working out, so what can we do about this? So it has a couple of suggestions were made. But I have had a think about it, and I'd like to go with the pebbles between the stones with some little weeds, pretty weeds popping out as well. Fine, it's morning in Massachusetts, USA. Lovely. Do you have much planned for your day? Hello, Mandy. How you going? So that's my plan. And it's, yeah, so I hope it all goes beautifully and fills in some of those empty spaces so that the rocks are no longer floating or hovering. So, hey. Alrighty. So we're going to start by creating a grey. So I think maybe we'll just go with a little tub. This is Atelier A2 Ivory Black. It is opaque. Oh, I don't need a lot, do I? That's probably too much, but that's fine. Good, thanks. How about you? I'm doing well, thank you. Hi. Lovely to see you all in here. That gives me a big smile. Everyone needs a big smile at times. So we'll start off with that. So that's approximately 2 parts white to 1 of the black. Let's see what that creates. And this is probably a really good start. So if we start with the darker shade of grey, and then we can come back and highlight it in some areas. So that's pretty good. So that was a 2-part white, 1 part black to create that approximately, because, you know, I did it right before your eyes. I didn't measure it, so just what I think that amount would look like. So looking good and snazzy and all things amazing. And put some water in here. I'll bring that closer so you can see. And just go with this paintbrush. This is probably the one that I used before, probably for the shading areas. So let's pick up some of the grey, and I'm going to create hopefully a pile of pebbles. I'm just putting down some dots now, and I'll work with the paint. Spread it around, create pebbles, and you'll see that they'll probably blend into each other right now, but that's what you need to come back and do some shading for. But also try not to go into the other rock. Down. So if you put some pebbles sitting on top of the rock and up until the bottom edge of the next one, that's where I hope we'll be able to create that. So we'll have to come back in and give that some shading and some highlights. So sit these ones on top and these ones underneath. But try and have it, because if there were a rock too far to the right here, it would actually fall off the rock, so consider that as well. So this might give you a closer look as I go through that. All right. So not looking at breaching this bottom shading area of this rock. So I'll keep that in line with about there. And because when you look at this, you would consider that this rock would be sitting on top of these pebbles. And then these ones would be sitting on top of this one. So this one can have a few random extras, because over here they wouldn't be rolling off, but if they were over here they would. Just things to consider. But then, you know, if you decide to embellish your own painting, it's your painting. Do what you feel you want to do to it. So we've had a bit of rain here today. It's been very nice. Just roughly dot in between some of those pebbles, because there would be shade and shadow from the other pebbles. Then coming up to this one. Just rotating my brush around as I use it, because one side will end up having less paint on it because I've already used that side on the canvas. And rotating it as you go will hopefully alleviate some of that. So now just blotting in between some of those areas. Poured here all last night, kept you awake. Poured with rain, not paint. Yeah, it's been really nice today. We kind of knew it was coming, so when we saw the clouds coming over, it was just beautiful. Alright, so now to add to that, because at the moment they look like grey blobs. It's like, really? What's that? So, to help with that, I need to give it some highlights and some shadow. But because they are so small, you know, not a huge amount. And yeah. So now we'll go back to our paint pot. Grab our stick, maybe. Maybe it's already stuck to the photo paper. So I'm going to, there we go, scoop some of this out and keep it right there. And then there's approximately the same amount in there, so I'll take a bit more out. Okay. So this is what we'll add some more white to give it those lighter sections. Okay. So throughout this video, may you be inspired. Woo! Don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, sorry. Do it. May you be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. Yeah, try not to throw your paint. So that's already lighter, but it's not as light as I was hoping. So we're just like another squirt. So let's see. So it's come to the end of the weekend for us. And so how is your weekend going? All right. So this is a shade lighter now. Let's see how much of a difference it will make to show up on the original grey. So we'll come back down to the first lot we did. So highlights will generally be on the top part. Oh, here we go. It's got that little bit of difference in there. Your pregnant daughter is coming this morning. That's lovely. You finally got to the shops today? Nice. Wow, that's awesome. And also though, underneath this rock here, there will be some shadow, so I don't want to highlight too far up, because then it wouldn't make sense as to why there is highlight in a shadowed area. That's lovely. You've been washing curtains and the dogs and started painting a big Buddha panel. Oh, with stone paint. 2 coats done. Wow. I'd like to share some photos of that, Mandy. Either progress photos or when you're all done. That'd be lovely. I'd love to see that. Okay. So you can just see that it's giving it that very subtle highlight, because we don't want it too light, like stark white for, you know, grey pebbles. Yeah. It's kind of just highlighting that side, which also puts a little bit of shape back into those pebbles, because grey on grey on grey on grey. You bought your daughter a present. Very cool. Busy, busy Mandy. Yep. I have a few big Buddhas in my backyard. I love them. Oh, awesome. So, all right, let's move up to this one. Oh, this one's bugging me. There we go. So just that little section. Even I've got to tilt my head to get around the light reflection in the room, just to see that I'm adding that highlight in a good area. That's pretty good. Okay. Alright, let's just have a different look. You find them very restful. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, come up. So now, oops, sorry, wrong part of the camera arm moved. Now I might get some black and just create some very fine, shadows in the pebbles, and then we'll add a little bit of the green wildflowers, weeds, appearance. So I just want a tiny little bit. You can't actually see that. Just getting a tiny little bit on the brush and then kind of patting it off at the same time. And then there will be just a tiny little bit on that tip to come in and go on the underside. So I'm actually going to turn the whole thing upside down. Come down here. Okay. Just a little bit of darkness. Right. A little bit more where it would be shade from underneath. Lots of weeds in your garden at the moment. Yours too, but they can stay there till spring. Till spring, what? Alright. So if I were going to do this again, I would remember what I learnt from this one. You know, start from the top, because that rock is sitting over the top of the one previous, and then don't have them hovering. Don't have those spaces between, and then you won't have to come back and fill them. So, just putting some of the darker grey back in there. I wasn't really happy with that black. Trying to show an ever so gentle and light shadowing on that opposite side to the highlights. Can't do wedding at the moment, bad. Like, oh, yeah, that's no good. Hopefully you'll be charging into it sooner than expected. Need about 2 wheelie bins. Oh my gosh. Yep, sit on top and put the weeds on it. Yep. this. Alright, so I think my favourite out of all of those is this one here. You know, this one looks very perfectly aligned, not random enough. Let's mess some of it up. Okay. Go. Oop. Accidentally ended up with some highlight colour there. Blend it in, blend it in. Alright, so what I thought, so now it should appear as though the rocks have pebbles between them, which is what they're balancing on. Okay. Waiting to go through. Oh dear. Well, fingers crossed it doesn't take too long, Mandy. Looking good, thank you. It's been a bit of extra work has had to go into this because of the way that I initially started it. But you know, that's a learning process, and yeah, so I've learnt that for next time. So now it's just about, so what are you going to do to change it for this one? So I appreciate that, thank you. So put down a bit of a darker green. This is Hooker's Green Dark. Alright. And a hint of a lighter green, which is neon green. Really lighter green. This is a Semco one from Spotlight. So that neon green will be great for little highlights or anything from those weeds. So I was thinking about doing a little bit of string for that, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just stick to the paintbrush for tonight. And yeah, it's more about just getting a little bit of water on the tip, bringing that green down. And then creating little, oh, I was going to do right along the bottom. That's right. Maybe we'll do little tufts here. Oh, sorry. Totally missed that. Okay. What I'm going to do is just go along this bottom section with the back of my big paintbrush. And fill in what would be rocks, pebbles, ground cover. It's very rough, but that's just to get the paint on there because I'm going to come back in now and use my finger to bring it down to that bottom end of the canvas. Alright. Don't touch the skull or slug. Skull or slug? What are you seeing that I'm not? Okay. So it might bring in a hint of that neon with a scoop of the green. So you can see it like that. I'm going to be like flicking it up. Little bursts, big ones. Fill in some of those gaps. Alright, let's get some of these going. Let's get them. Make contact here and try and keep it a little bit wispy at the same time. Okay, so let's move up to the next one. The slug is the big one, I think, and the skull is second from the other end. Oh, this one? Not quite. Okay. Alright. I'm going to go hit some highlights on this one because it's not very visible. And also a couple down here. Let's come up. So I think I also want to have a bigger one come from this area. Bigger one that leads out this way. Because you know when got creeper weeds and they can grow out to the side and then up. That's what I'm feeling right now. The grey pebbles are its neck. Yep, good idea. Awesome angle. Okay. Okay, so let's just move up a bit more. You're watching on my laptop, can't turn it. Oops, one glass is empty. Need to refill. Sounds pretty good. I'll have a virtual one with you. Okay, so we've got a couple more areas to sprout some weeds from. There we go. Sorry, I didn't realise how bad the colouring was for you. Just going to come down here while I'm doing that and add a little bit of extra to this one. What? I just saw something about chocolate. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm coming. Chocolate. And the chocolate tried to jump out of the fridge. That's funny. Told it to jump back on the shelf, not Josephine. Oh, perfect. Okay, so from a distance. Come and add some highlights there later. We've got one more area between the stones to add some how are we going? Nope, doesn't go in the fridge. Don't like cold chocolate. Although this summer I did have some in the fridge occasionally and randomly in the freezer, which is, yes, not quite my usual option for chocolate. Yeah. It's like chocolate walks into the house and then you just blink and you go, chocolate? What chocolate? And that's not to say it's only me. My son, one in particular, I should say, quite like sneaking up and taking something of mine without me realizing, and then I go to have it and it's like, child, and he just laughs at me because he knows he ate it. Come down. Oh, sorry, that's really not cooperating with focusing, hasn't it? Maybe because it's such a dark background and with the new light position, it's just not cooperating. All right. Okay, come down here. Couple more of these bigger ones. Blend, like, create some highlights. So then when you're crossing over another one, it's actually in the front of it. There we go. Okay. All right, well, we're just about there. So, yeah. So thank you so much for being here with me tonight, you guys. You're pretty amazing. And sorry I was late. Just needed to be late tonight. Looks like Japanese artwork. Thanks. Just want that one. There we go. Just wanted a fine line. Took me a couple of goes to get one. Okay. All right. So I think this is one of those paintings that also is best admired from a distance. Oh dear. Hi Carolyn, how are you going? You just got the notice. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry that happened. But I also ran late tonight, so maybe I just tricked the system. Sorry about that. Right. Okay. So yeah, potentially best admired from a distance, and I don't mind saying that. You can say that. But I have enjoyed the process, and it was about me initially trying something new with using up an old canvas and seeing what I can do to create with it. So yeah, really happy. I love the different variations in between the stones with the little pebbles. Bit of weeds growing there. I can't even word. Weeds growing in there. Just want to bring one up here. Alright. Ta-da! There we have it. I'm so sorry you were just staring at nothing. Wow. Maybe the whole reason I was late was potentially a reason to say, make sure you get your camera in the right position tonight. I'm sorry, everybody. All right. 7:54 in the morning. You're in Buffalo, New York. Lovely. Well, I hope you had a great night and you're all set for a fabulous day. Love the colours. Thank you. So we previously embellished this creating the stacking rocks, and I did an error and made them hovering rocks. So tonight was about coming in and filling in some of that space, which I just thought a great opportunity to add some more pebbles in there. And yeah, so make something that, you know, could have been a worse, could have just left it to do nothing because you knew you'd accidentally did it incorrectly, or you can embrace that and see what you can do with it. So this is the fabulous result. So let's bring you down and have a close-up before we say goodbye. So yeah, if you guys are on Facebook, I've created a Facebook group called Creating and Sharing with Tracy. Don't forget the E in Tracy. So this is the problem. Look at that blob. Okay. And yeah, so if you'd like to just pop that into the search bar, Kenyatta, welcome. We're just about to sign off, but I really appreciate you coming in and saying hello. So if you're on Facebook, if you type in the search bar, Creating and Sharing with Tracy, I have a group there where we can share images and suggestions. I can update you on if I'm running late for my videos or anything like that. So yeah, there we have it. I really think I like this bottom section the most. Earlier it was a different section and now it's that bottom section. So by the time it's all dry, it'll just be, I love the whole thing. How does it get any better than that? I'll look for it. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, so we can share stuff in there, and great way to ask questions if I'm not online, not on live here, and you're about to try something. I mean, I can get the notifications, but I don't sit on Facebook all day. But I will most definitely get back to you as soon as I can. Plus, that's the Facebook group. Don't forget, at this moment, we're almost halfway through June, where we're doing the 30 tiles in 30 days challenge with Doris at DF Designs. So, and if you want to join in as well, we have a hashtag, JuneTiles2020. Yeah, just use that in your sharing of photos or videos if you video it, or anything like that, and we'll be able to see it. So that's awesome. So Thank you, Carolyn. You too. You too. Yeah, so with all that being said, thank you so much for being here. Sorry I was late. Thank you for any and all interaction to do with this painting, including from the first time, because the suggestions of the pebbles and the wildflowers came from you guys. So you're amazing. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow night, hopefully. I should say tomorrow night I'll be live at 11 p.m. It's a late night live. So yeah, maybe noticed will be better next time. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully, Carolyn. Yeah, I don't know why that does that. It's such a big delay between getting the notification. Yeah, so all right, fingers crossed, everybody. If you have to go anywhere, please take care. And on this fabulous night for me, and for those having a fabulous day ahead of them, be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye.